A judge in Arkansas has officially resigned from his position after it was discovered that he was exploiting some of the young men that he was presiding over and basically taking nude or sexually explicit photos of them for his own enjoyment. So Joseph Boeckmann is the Cross County District Judge in Arkansas, or was until he resigned.
Luckily, he doesn't look creepy or anything.
This guy is the epitome of creep, and I'll give you the details on why. There were investigations into his behavior, and they discovered more than 4,000 photos of naked young men identified as former defendants on his computer. Now, so far we know that there was at least one victim that was underage, under the age of 18. However, we also know that criminal charges have not been filed against him yet. I'm hoping that they will be filed against him. We'll see how it all plays out. Now, ethics officials accused the judge of giving at least 12 young men, including one under the age of 18, lighter sentences in exchange for sexual favors performed at his home. I want to detail one of the accusations against him because it was particularly hideous. So what he would do is he would assign community service to these young men, and then he would say, after you pick up these bags of trash, you need to report to me in my home. Then they would report, thinking like, oh, I have to do this to prove that I've done my community service, and then he would take advantage of them, and he would force them to take their pants off and bend over in front of the camera, and then he'd take pictures of them after he would paddle them. He would spank them with a paddle. He's just a disgusting guy. One man showed up with his mother, and the judge was livid about it and said, how dare you show up with your mom? I need you to follow me inside the house. And then he took the guy inside the house and
he
did
still
what
paddled
he does.
him and did the whole thing.
Allegedly.
Yes. So
it's disgusting. This
is particularly gross, or almost exclusively gross, because of how he abuses power. So he's got ultimate power over these. One of the guys says he passed him a note in the courtroom, right? And the guy says, no, I'm not going to do that, and passes it back. And he got irate over it and decided, he said, I'm going to charge you $500 an extra night in jail, and you go back there and tell your buddies how I feel about it. In other words, hey, tell all the rest of the guys, you better play ball with me, otherwise I'm going to take your freedom away, and I'm going to charge you all this money, right? And so I can't imagine a bigger abuse of power. This is unbelievable. And the part of that story that's the most unbelievable is he's passing the notes inside the courtroom. He took 4,000 pictures, right? So this has been going on for a long time. A lot of people must have known about it. But if you're powerful, don't touch him, don't touch him.
No,
right?
but
he's bringing, was it not a red flag to anyone in the whole system that this guy was asking these young men to come over to his house? That's red flag number one, right? Red flag number two is passing notes in courtrooms saying, hey, come over to my house and do favors for me, right? And nobody, I mean, how long did it take to uncover this? It's sick, man, because the powerful are assumed to be right and the powerless are assumed to be wrong, and hence you can go ahead and abuse them all you want.
Well, I think that the system is complicit in this type of behavior because think about it. What he did was criminal. There's no question about it. They have evidence that what he did was criminal, and it's taken this long for him to resign. That's the new twist to the story, that he resigned. That's the update. Where are the criminal charges? When are we going to see some criminal charges? He was discovered last year. This investigation happened last year. They have still yet to charge this guy. So according to the Washington Post, the commission's findings have been turned over to the Arkansas State Police, special state prosecutor, and federal authorities. But the judge has yet to be charged with any criminal wrongdoing. He has some images of someone who's underage. That's child pornography. Anyone else in that situation would be charged immediately. The fact that he hasn't been, I'm not saying we need to convict him right away. Of course, you charge him and you go through trial like anyone else. But in this case, we can't even get this guy charged?
Yeah. So you're absolutely right. If you smoke a joint and they catch you, you're going to jail immediately, okay? But this guy, you abused underage kids and made them get naked, and you paddled them, and you took advantage of them, and you did all these things. Let's take a couple of years and figure out whether we should charge you.
Wow.
That is the assumption of privilege that the powerful have in this country. And then they wonder why the rest of us are so pissed.
Yeah, it's that two-tier justice system, and this judge is taking complete advantage of the higher tier that he's in.
On a lighter note, we should make note of the excellent pun in the background. Who came up with that?
I don't remember.
Okay, whoever it was, you don't get a raise, but a sincere kudo.
Oh, they don't get a raise. That's a surprise.
A job well done.
Thanks, Cenk.
Okay, I'm here to deliver.
We all really appreciate the kind words.
Well, maybe they can get raises if more people join. tytnetwork.com/join.
Yeah.